That's okay. When I was in final year, I got an opportunity to be part of an international conference, which was funded by universities in Switzerland, and it was called Network for Water and Life. So after the international conference between students from Cote d'Ivoire, Switzerland, Liberia, Togo, and Ghana, we were asked to bring applied projects, proposal for applied project, and the project should be centered around climate change, water sanitation, and wash-related projects. So I decided to do something related to climate change. So I realized that in Ghana, we produce a lot of timber, but this timber waste, which is sawdust, is being burnt by the timber companies. Then I also know that there's a potential for us to research the use of sawdust for mushroom production. So I decided to write my proposal around that aspect or around that topic. We are producing oyster mushrooms using sawdust. I know other substrate materials can be used for the production of oyster mushroom, but for now we are focusing on sawdust because of the objective of our research. Then we go through a series of processes to get the mushroom at the final stage. And the first process, we have to get the sawdust into the production site. Then when the sawdust is here, we do decomposition, adding rice bran and also lime to aid the decomposition process. The decomposition is done based on calculated percentage of these materials, else you will not get the optimum yield for your production. Then after the decomposition, we do what we call the bagging. We bag the bags using a specific bagging material. Then after that, we do what we call sterilization. We sterilize the bag to kill all living organisms and microorganisms in the compost bags. Then after the sterilization, we do what we call inoculation. But before inoculation, we have to allow the bags to cool to room temperature. Then after the inoculation, we allow the mycelium to grow to fully colonize the bags. Then we pack them in the production site for production. So over the years, we've given the opportunities for students to conduct their research here. So every year we have a number of students which conduct research here. Currently we have some students running some research here. So we've researched into various dynamics and angles of the mushroom production. We've researched into different substrates that can be used for mushroom production. We research into even the sawdust. What are the species? What different species can we use? Which species give higher yield as compared to the other? When we are using particular species, what should be the formulation? We've done a lot of studies, and aside sawdust, what other components or materials can be used for producing mushroom? We've also researched into. Then we've also analyzed the nutritional components of the mushroom. After producing using different materials, what are the nutritional varieties? Are they significant? And many others. So for now, we've done a lot of research, and we are still researching into how best we can maximize the production of this commodity. Yeah, so I'm starting. Yes, so over the years, we faced a lot of challenges. We didn't just go to this level. At this point, we can produce like 1,000 bags, and we have all our 1,000 bags, going through. And this didn't just happen by chance. We've gone through a lot of challenges, which have enabled us to, come up with formulation that help us with our production activities. So I can recall one of the biggest challenges we were facing during the initial stage of our production. The first production was fantastic. Was the assistant of an expert, and we were able to do a very good production. The second cycle of production was also very good. But the third production, we did about 2,000 bags, and almost none of them went through. That's when we realized that no, we are doing something wrong. So we have to go back and look at the challenges. So we went through and we realized that the formulation, sometimes it doesn't work for all the species. So you have to know which kind of species you are working with and which formulation you have to do. looking to do expansion. We are looking to expand the production capacity. Currently, we produce about 2,500 to 3,000 bags at a time, but we are looking at enhancing our production capacity to about 15,000 to 20,000 production capacity for now. Yes, we know we have other plans to increase the production capacity to as high as 50,000 at a time. Yes, but so we are currently looking at enhancing or increasing our production capacity. Then also one thing we want to do now is to go into the sponge production ourselves, because we want to increase our production capacity. We are looking at producing our own sponge. Then we also want to research into other local commodities. Every year we conduct a lot of training activities for students, and these training activities are free. So for the past years we've conducted training activities for the students who are found in the College of Agric and Natural Resources, though we find other students coming from other colleges, but every year we do this training for students for free. And we also have other organizations like the Cosmos Innovation Center. They have a small organization called YAF, which is in Ken University. Once a time they also contacted us to run a training for their people or their students, and we've had a lot of impact, and we found these students doing this production at home. We have about 4 students who have started doing the production way back home, and we are proud of such activities. And sometimes we also absorb students as a part-time workers. They work with us, we pay them during the month as our activities goes on. Yes. I find myself going to class, doing my project, and also running this one at the same time, which really affected the time for my studies. But I would say it was very good, and the experience gathered in both activities is uncomparable to anything. So, I never regret doing such things. And my little advice for those who want to go into mushroom production, I would say you don't have to think twice. Just get the right knowledge. If you have the capital and the investment, get the right knowledge and invest into it, because the demand for the commodity is so huge that when we produce, sometime before we produce, the demand is already there waiting for us.